Y'all, welcome back to another episode of Everything's Everything. If y'all tuning in, you're on the right channel. This is still the Everything's Everything podcast. I'm here just with a substitute teacher, so to speak, with the homie Vaughn. Listen, let me tell you, I'm looking in the camera when I'm saying this.
Yeah.
If y'all are fans of Joe Budden's podcast, if you think this is a Rory and Mal situation, it is not. If y'all think this is a situation where like how Melissa Ford's been missing for the last 3-4 months, it is not. Jiggy's just out of town. He will be back. That's our brother Jiggy. We love him, and I'm grateful to have a homie who can step in and
keep the seat warm for him.
Yeah, keep the seat warm for him. You know what I'm saying? That's it. So nobody panic. Things will be resuming as usual next week when the homie gets back. All right. To start the podcast, though, I just want to extend prayers to everybody in Jamaica.
For sure. Everybody
in the Bahamas, everybody in Cuba. I believe even parts of Haiti were being affected by this storm. Jamaica in particular, and the Bahamas too, are very close to my heart. But Jamaica has, as of now, we've been seeing the most damage. And here at Everything's Everything, we are very big into community. So there will be a relief rally at my family's restaurant, Auntie's. It is on 10111 Pines Boulevard this Sunday, 12 to 5. That date, because we will be releasing this episode not tonight, but November 2nd. If you guys are in the South Florida area, if you feel like swinging by to donate, we're not looking for clothes or shoes necessarily right now. We're looking for, non-perishable foods. We are looking for baby formula, diapers, disposable plates, cups, things like that, naturally watered canned goods, batteries, solar-powered lights, anything else like that. And I just want to shout out to a good friend, Debbie, who's been putting this on, reached out to me to help use the parking lot of the restaurant to be a focal point, because it's such a common ground where people know where Auntie's is. They don't need to drive far or, necessarily have to find it. Everybody pretty much knows where we're located at, and we're in a very central part of Pembroke Pines. So once again, just prayers to Jamaica, prayers to all those that were affected by this hurricane. And we're here to bridge and build community to try to bring people together. And that's, part of what this podcast stands for, is bringing people together. So with that, once again, prayers and condolences if anyone out there has lost a loved one to this storm.
Definitely.
But with that being said, we got a great show for y'all tonight. It was some pretty interesting topics in music that broke over the week, and it might be a little bit music heavy at the front, a little sports heavy on the back end of this podcast, but we appreciate y'all tuning in, because we do pride ourselves on being a diverse platform where we can talk about a multitude of topics. So the first one I want to get into is this very, very, very interesting lawsuit against Steak from the state of Missouri, if I'm not mistaken,
yeah,
right?
It's Missouri.
And to sum it up, they are attacking Steak and also implicating Drake and Adin Ross in this for illegal online gambling and pushing gambling towards minors, right? Unfortunately, we live in a society right now where a lot of people's pockets are being pinched. Gambling has become legal in a lot of states as far as sports betting, and we see whether it be Prize Picks, the Hard Rock app, FanDuel, what's the other one? Underdog. I feel like I'm missing something, bro.
I signed up for all of them.
Hey, bro, no matter where you are, if you're not in Florida, if you're in New York, if you're in Chicago, like, they got a way for you to take your gambling anywhere you go. It's right there in your pocket. You don't even need to go to a casino. And I read some of the details on this, and like, I think especially for an Adin Ross, who's a streamer. If some of y'all aren't familiar with Adin Ross, he's at least one of the top 5.
Yeah, for sure. Top 3.
Most popular streamers. If you're talking about like a big 3 of streamers, it's got to be Adin Ross, Kai Cenat, and ISO Speed.
Oh, well, yeah.
You know, those 3 have a very large young audience. Most of those kids probably aren't the age of legal gambling, you know?
Facts.
So when you see these streamers constantly put up stake in the videos, when you're seeing them actually gamble on live streams, like Drake, Adin, some other random CEO of Stake, and I forget what the other bleach hair kid is named, but all these kids are being impressionable. And one thing about addictive personalities, you don't know you have an addictive personality until you addicted. Yeah. And by that time, you just got a lifetime of struggle trying to beat an addiction that you didn't even really know you have or thought about it. But here you are, you addicted to the money that's quick. You addicted to the lights of the games. It's a real psychological thing, bro. And I'm going to pass it to you for a quick second. Go ahead and tell the people real quick how you feel about.
Yeah, I think nowadays they pass a lot of they push a lot of different things onto you without you even getting a chance to decide if it's for you or not. I think it's a lot of different things, not just gambling, but yeah, they definitely pushing that on there. Like you can get on YouTube and you could be watching a video about sports, but they know that the people who are watching the video about sports probably bet on sports. So you'll see Drewski. I saw Drewski and Candace Parker. They just had one for Prize Picks, and you'll see.
And they made that joint look easy. They at the bar and Candace like, yo, I just won.
Both of them hit
me
too.
too.
Yeah,
I was like,
both of them hit.
Y'all hit.
We put in like 20 parlays a night. Don't name one of them Jones hit.
We in our group chat, we've never hit. Nobody in our group chat has ever had a night where like you hit
and the same day. No. We might have the same week, but yeah, we be trying.
You're trying, shit.
But I think they pushing a lot of things on you that is if you're not even given the opportunity to decide if it's for you or not. You know, I don't think as a kid you should be thinking about parlays. You know what I mean? Especially giving kids, which is a different topic, but giving kids another reason to just be behind the screen. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to be on your phones and trying to be glued to electronics at all moments of every time, of the day. I think also, like you said, the addictive personality thing, like gambling is tough, man, because it's like it's super addictive. Because I started gambling real young. You know what I mean? Started looking, when
you say gambling, like, do you mean like how? Because I don't know if we consider this gambling. Like, I don't know if he was a spades at the lunch table type of dude.
We was betting everything. If you could bet it, we was doing it. If you could bet it, we was doing it.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. There was a few times when I done rolled dice at school. But it was on some play shit. You know what I'm saying? It was like on some like lunch money. I got $4. You know what I'm saying?
Tonk. We was playing for cash.
Oh, you played Tonk for cash too?
Yeah. We was playing spades for cash. We was playing Get Like Me, flips quarters for. Everything was for cash. You played 1-on-1 for cash. Everything. If you believe it, you gonna bet on it.
And we did that with no internet.
No internet whatsoever. But it was more like playful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't like serious.
I legit seen like when niggas was at the spade table during lunchtime, like lunchtime betting chicken nuggets, bro.
Oh, for sure. I done seen 2 fights just off of reneging alone. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, but I just feel like it was a different space where it was more playful. And now you have kids who are, in front of their screens and they're not being monitored as much.
At all.
I don't think if half the parents were aware of some of the things that were being said and done on these streams, they would be okay with their kids watching the streams in the first place.
They're not.
But it's just the time we live in right now, and it's just very free spirited, and everyone kind of gets away with everything. But no, gambling at that young, it's not something you should be trying to push on kids or pushing anything on kids. Let kids be who they need to be and experience what they need to experience and see what they need to see in the world for themselves. Don't put it on them.
Like, it takes excitement out of turning 18. You know what I'm saying? Maybe when you turn 18, it's like, oh, I can go walk inside. I can go walk inside the Hard Rock now and can't no one tell me nothing.
Nah,
like,
we've been doing this. We've been doing this.
Now they've been doing that, but I'm glad you even mentioned that the parenting, bro, because we at the age now where we the parents.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of crazy that we had, like, people in our early 30s.
It's crazy to say that,
Some of us in our early 30s might be on 2 kids, 3 kids.
Yeah.
But I feel like some of that responsibility falls on us because really and truly, we ain't raising our kids the way our parents did. Like, we should be more involved. Like, we know the dangers of the internet. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all a God honest truth, right? 10th grade, MySpace had me in a chokehold. Now, my mom worked.
Nigga, what?
Nigga, I'm being dead serious, bro. 10th grade, you couldn't move me from that MySpace,
You was
bro.
assorting your top 5 friends? You was swapping niggas in and out?
Bro, it was swapping niggas in and out. It was the chicks in the messages.
Oh, man.
Hey, MySpace was something, bro. MySpace, you used to be able to put, like, the distance in the miles from, like, people who was around you. It was like almost like a real-life chat room.
And you had to make your page.
Man,
all of us was low-key
music
in tech,
on there.
put your music in.
Oh, my gosh, bro. And then don't make it be like one of them situations where it's like, you know how we always used to congregate at the movie theaters, like on them school nights?
Yeah.
And then you might get like the chick you like, but she go to another school.
Yeah.
And then she in your messages on my... Hey, bro, them times I'm supposed to be studying. My mom ain't home. She ain't watching me.
Yeah.
So like, mind you, it ain't the same, but just understanding like how addicting these screens can be, bro. Now, some of that was just more like social stuff, you know what I'm saying? You 15.
Remember, that was on the computer too, bro. It was not in your pocket.
Not
we
in
had
my pocket,
MySpace,
bro.
We would have been stuck
The computer, my mom purposely put the computer in her room so that she would know, but the problem is mom ain't home, so you know, who gonna stop me now?
Yeah.
But nothing. And then, bro, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like that was just one of those moments where I look back in my life, I'm like, dog, I was bullshitting. Like, I was not doing what I was supposed to do. And mind you, 15.
It don't matter at that age, for real.
Yeah, at 15, you know, it's a learning experience.
But the thing is, you wasn't learning something that at some point in time, you would have to unlearn.
Yeah.
Like, the addiction to the screen, or just, again, gambling is crazy. Like really, and then you would see Drake and Adin Ross, obviously, like, they're betting large sums of money, or money that we assume was their money. You know what I'm saying?
And it turns out it ain't their money.
Which is, that's a whole nother conversation. But you see that, and guess what? In this get-rich-quick society where everything has a quick fix, they got a lot of people who, they got people online right now that call themselves professional sports bettors. Right? And then, like, that's a real career for some people.
For some people, but what they don't know is that's just like, you are a paid degenerate. You know what I mean?
A risk taker daily on the day. You know what I mean?
So you know.
But kids will look up to that, because you don't got to go to college for that. You don't got to do nothing for that.
But that's, bro, I'm glad you bring it up, bro. That's the problem with our society now. We want fast, instantaneous, easy, quick,
no work
results,
for nothing,
no work. No one wants to, you know, lay a groundwork or a foundation. You know what I mean? It's hard going to school. It's hard getting a trade. It's hard learning how to do something you've never done before.
It's hard just doing anything every day. Not seeing results from it sometimes. You just being dedicated to anything. It's hard to just stick to something, you know?
And you know, for us, we all come from sports backgrounds. If Jiggy was here, he would say the same thing. Like, we grew up playing basketball. We know what it's like to every day try to get 1% better. We know what it's like that even if you didn't know what drills to do, you at least going to go to the park and hoop every day. You know, like the tenacity and the dedication it takes to want to have goals from this. You know what I mean? And that shapes a lot of our characters. You know what I mean? These young kids who maybe don't have a sport or a hobby to really lean into, their hobby is just their phone and they're on it 24/7. Kids, you know, these phones now, man, these phones are supercomputers. Yeah. These is far for, listen, I don't mean to age us out, man, but like,
you already said MySpace, my nigga.
But I said MySpace as a teenager. I ain't saying MySpace as an adult. Some of y'all was out there. Some of you 40-year-olds was out there really trying to link on the Some of y'all was doing some nasty things on that MySpace. Some of y'all 40-year-olds had real life girlfriends and relationships in your top 5. You know what I mean? Tough. Some of y'all was in college trying to get to know, was it Tom? Y'all weren't, you know, we was young teenagers, 14, 15, maybe some 13, you know what I mean? But the Nokias and the even when we got the Blackberries and all that, like, it still was, it don't even compare to what this is now. You're talking about like the Jetsons, bro. You FaceTiming, like you
got access to everything.
Everything, bro. Everything. The internet is literally in the palm of your hand. And not to mention, these kids got AI now. So you can imagine these kids using ChatGPT to try to make a lick. Yeah. It's different. It's completely different. Where I would say it's kind of interesting off like the serious topics of like these kids really being groomed into gambling. Drake has had such a tough year. Like, he's had such a tough year. We reported a few weeks ago about him losing his lawsuit. I think that was at the beginning of October. Losing that lawsuit against UMG for the defamation or whatever the case may be. To turn around and be part of a class action lawsuit with videos pouring online of you saying, yo, I promise you guys we're gonna win. It's real money. I'm raising real money. I'm like, bro, you that's some of my problem with Drake is like like at what point, bro, does like integrity matter to you, dog? Like, you know, these are young, if not even young kids, if these are young adults, if these are 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old kids, you don't feel, and maybe this is unfair to put on him, but like any type of responsibility to be a role model. And I might even be a hypocrite in this sense because Lord knows, I listen to a ton of rappers, like Lord knows Gucci Mane's one of my favorite rappers. Lord knows I done listen to Block, the Locks, D Block. I don't listen to 100 different ways you can kill a nigga. I don't learn how to cook crack all through the lyrics.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I mean? So like maybe some of this is a little bit like hypocritical, but I feel like it's so different when, you know, the music isn't live. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm growing up listening to all these rap songs or whatever the case, and you know, we had the age-old argument if like hip hop's message is too violent or whatever the case would be. In some cases, it really could have been, or especially nowadays, like in the last 15 years, hip hop's lyrics have been really violent because a lot of these dudes is talking about real murders, real street activities, and all that, and getting implicated in, you know, really serious crimes because of their lyrics. But there was like a disconnect, you know what I'm saying? Like, even Jay-Z had like the sense to say like I told you so, drugs. No, Hov did that, so hopefully you won't have to go through that.
Yeah.
You are in front of these cameras, like to your point, actively interacting with these kids.
Yeah.
These young adults. Actively like trying to show them, oh yeah, look, you know, your favorite rapper just hit 100,000, 300,000, 500,000, thinking that it's like real money. And the way we digitalize money kind of makes you lose that the reality of like how much money that actually is.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So like someone else sitting there watching this is like, oh man, 200,000 like that, but you're not seeing like what 200,000 cash look like.
Yeah.
You're seeing a number on the screen that says 200,000.
Yeah, it don't feel real.
It don't feel real, and you feel like you can attain it, and it looked easy. It makes you say like, well, why can I do that?
Yeah.
And now you're gonna spend a lifetime chasing that 200,000 before you look up. You probably spent 300 chasing something you were never gonna win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, to your point, I'm not as big as a Drake hater as you are. You know what I'm saying? I won't categorize myself as such. But you know, greed is a sin. You know, I think you get to a point where all you care about in life is money. You know what I'm saying? And once you serving that, it's hard for you to have morals and ethics because that's your new God, so to speak. Like, money is what you worship now. So anything that can bring you that or bring you closer to that is what you're gonna pursue. So you know, I think and another thing with him too, and I'm a big fan. Like we'll never agree on that, but I'm a fan.
No, you can be a fan of Drake. I'm not telling you not to like Drake.
I'm
Don't
a fan.
you know,
but I think it's one of those
Drake.
things. Like one of my favorite movies is The Dark Knight, and they say you either die the hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And I think when he started off, obviously, you know, whether you liked him or not, he was in everybody's ear. He had music, you know, took music by a storm. And I think the longer you stick around and you find yourself in these questionable situations and find yourself in these weird situations, you know, at some point in time now you kind of go on the other side, you know what I mean? Where it's like you just doing a bunch of weird shit. You know, you're doing a bunch of corny shit, and you know, you're doing things that you way too old to be doing, and you know what I mean? You're not aging gracefully. And I think that's the hardest thing. I had a friend, we was talking about I think Allen Iverson and a couple other players and stuff that just talked about like seeing them in jerseys, like seeing him in a Grizzlies jersey.
Yeah, the Grizzlies era, like that.
You know
that was
what I mean?
like
It's
2010. It was like, what is going on?
Yeah, it's like you
that
just see
real.
people just aging, and it's like everyone didn't have that Kobe walkaway, or you know, or like even in music, like Jay-Z, for example, which you know we'll probably get to, but you know, you able to kind of go through your career for the most part and kind of age gracefully, you know what I mean, and just kind of fade to the back. You know what I mean? I think Drake not doing a good job at that at all. He's still trying to, I mean, be a part of certain shit.
Let me, because that's a good point. Let me ask you a question. Like, how much self-awareness do you think is needed to actually age gracefully?
Well, self-awareness comes from being grounded, for one, and then having people around you that's grounded. And I think that's the hardest thing to find in life, because and we in South Florida. So you in South Florida, ain't too much grounded shit down here at all. You know what I mean?
It's a different animal.
It's you know what I mean? It's a lot of surface level conversations and a lot of surface level interactions and relationships and things of that nature. But I think once you get to that point, and I've having been in rooms with, NBA players or, people of a certain caliber, they don't have a lot of people in their ear telling them, hey, bro, don't do this.
No.
Hey, that's probably not a good idea because they paying for your kid's private school, you know what I'm saying? Or they taking care of that condo that you got downtown, so you dare not say nothing to him. So I think where he's at in life, self-awareness is nowhere around. It's nowhere.
Because you're detached, bro. When you're that rich, you're detached from a lot of realities.
Yeah.
And that was actually, you actually reinforcing a point Jiggy made last week when we were talking about the Terry Rozier situation, the Chauncey Billups situation. And he was making a lot of valid arguments about like some of these players being products of their environment, and then sometimes that environment may not necessarily just be the hood, but it could just be like your inner circle.
Yeah,
like you said, those people not holding these guys accountable, these friends who are around just to enjoy the fruits of your labor, and they're not gonna tell you anything because they don't want to be on the outs, they don't want to be pushed off. You know what I'm saying? Because it's their livelihoods, whatever the case may be. So
right.
That's a really valid point, but
yeah, money just exposes who you are. Really,
it really does.
Just give you more power to do all the things you would have done without it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's kind of crazy when you see it, like that Terry Rozier, Chauncey Billups situation. It's just crazy to see that like you could be at that level with that status and still be doing things that could cost you, your livelihood. And then also just for African Americans in general, just setting us back in terms of being able to hold certain positions that they don't necessarily believe we should have. You know what I'm saying? Historically, it's not for us, especially when they had to accept that, African Americans as athletes clearly have been superior in a lot of sports. Okay, you guys can have that, which I can have this management. Y'all can have this general management position or own a team or coach a team or be in any sort of real leadership
because
positions.
We're just supposed to be the entertainment.
Yep.
That's it. Be the entertainment. Don't be the bosses. Don't be the wealth generators. Don't be the wealth controllers. You know what I'm saying?
You can the Bussett family. They've been passing that team down for generations.
And just sold it. Just sold it for how much billions to the same owner as the Dodgers?
Yeah.
He got the Lakers and the Dodgers in one city.
Yeah.
And bro, those are such good points. I think that's even like even when I say like Drake, it's not to say like him personally, right? It's like I'm gonna use this as an entity, right? That was a big reason why that battle was so historic, is because the music industry tried to monopolize on one artist, put everything through one person. Being such a diehard music fan, bro, there was no point in the history of hip hop where it was about one person. Even when like someone like a Nas came together and all the best producers in New York was like, yo, he's the one, let's get behind him, let's make this dope project and see what happens. It was never a situation where it was like, well, Nas is now going to be the end all be all, everything Nas. The way like for the last 12 to 15 years, the music industry tried to make it about Drake. If you want to get hot, go through Drake. If you want to do this, go through Drake. So here you come, here comes a rapper like Kendrick, who's cut from the organic cloth of like what hip hop is and lives and breathes it. It's like he was never gonna win that battle, but also just the symbolism and showing that the culture is always gonna be bigger than the machine. If the culture ever decides to stand up and decides to go up against the machine, the culture can win, because ultimately we're gonna dictate what's cool. Ultimately, we're gonna dictate what we consume. We're not gonna let you pacify us and tell us what's hot. We're going to dictate what's hot, and that's how we've always been. But to get back to the main point with the Terry Rozier situation is, or even the Chauncey Billups situation is, and that was the point I was making last week, we got more information about how, it was a bunch of Italian mob members, and they're releasing names. I ain't going to say them names because I seen Casino. I done watched The Godfather once or twice. I done seen a few of these. I'm a big Sopranos fan, but we're always going to be the face of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're not going to throw them under the bus like we are. So it's like my point even last week was just to say, like, we owe it to ourselves to protect ourselves. we know the game's rigged, and it's not rigged for us. And if the game's rigged and it's not for us, and something goes wrong, who do you think's gonna take the blunt?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be railroaded. They could be able to go do their time, come back out, and they're gonna be looked at as like white collar crimes.
Yep.
Us, not so much.
Mm-hmm.
Whole careers, most the family's gonna be ruined. Everything is going down the drain. But it's just important that we have these conversations, especially like I don't know how much young audiences are gonna find this podcast, or whoever's listening. If you have a young person in your life, please be active in talking to them and letting them know like what you see on that screen ain't real.
Right.
We grew up with sayings like believe none of what you see, or sorry, none of what you hear and half of what you see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like we take everything with a grain of salt. These kids go open their phone and they think that any video that comes out on TikTok is a God-given fact.
Yeah.
They don't even look. I saw it on TikTok. Like, I remember, I swear, bro, I was talking to my little brother one time, or my little sister, like, nah, Jay-Z did it Lee. I was like, no, it was Dame Dash. No, I saw it on TikTok. I'm like, my nigga, I
can make a TikTok
bro,
right now.
Bro, I can go make a TikTok right now saying that, and I lived it. I watched it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's that mean? I seen it. You can't tell me what you saw on TikTok for something that you were born in 2002. You don't know nothing about what's going on in 2002.
Yeah.
But man, it's been being a lawyer. Yo, lawyers in America, y'all eating this week, because between the stake, can you imagine if you're the lawyer covering the stake, what was it, class action lawsuit? If you're a lawyer defending any one of these NBA guys, if you're a lawyer, the only lawyers who took a loss is Diddy's lawyers. But they still got paid. If you're a lawyer, you're getting paid. The bigger the case, you're getting paid, right? But check this out. Cam got some lawyers too. Cameron went and got some lawyers for one. Jermaine Cole.
That's
if y'all
crazy.
don't know, Cole was the third member of the quote-unquote Big Three that Kendrick so eloquently said, man, motherfucker, the Big Three. You know what I'm saying?
Here we go. The Kendrick glazing.
Listen, man. Listen, bro. You're an Eagles fan. When your Eagles win the Super Bowl, you know what I got to do? I got to shut the fuck
Go
up.
Birds.
Go Birds. I got to say it now. I'm a Dolphins fan. I ain't got nothing to cheer about. So it's like, hey, man, my guy won the Super Bowl. Everybody else got to shut the hell up.
You know what? You got it.
You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
But,
he was at our Super Bowl, so we could bond off of that. You know what I'm saying? We could bond off of that. That's good.
Listen, man. But listen, this is not so much about Kendrick versus J. Cole, because J. Cole bowed the hell out of that. He got the hell out of Dodge. He ain't want no smoke with that one. This is about Cameron. Hey, listen, if y'all don't know, I'm going to tell you something personally about me. Cameron, for years, decades, has been my favorite New York rapper. Not saying he's the best New York rapper. My personal favorite. Cameron just has swag. His hooks were one of the most melodic coming out of New York. Like, Cameron started a lot of innovative things in music, and I was a big Dipset fan.
Okay.
In middle school, you couldn't tell me I wasn't a G-Unit soldier.
That's what I'm like, favorite out of New York?
Yeah, by the time I'm like in 8th grade, I'm really getting into Dipset a lot more. I've been knowing who they were, and I've been like Cameron, but man, by the time I was Killer Season, boy, I was like,
Joel's was fire, bro.
Joel Santana.
Joel's was fire.
Man, let me tell you, bro. Like,
I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought Joel's was fire.
Look, if you're a Dipset fan, Joel's, Hell Rel, 40 Cal, Jaja, I mean, like, the whole diplomatic community, it was a movement, right, from 2004 to about 2009, like a good 5-year stretch, right? But Cameron has since moved off of music, does what Cameron's a branding genius, has the Is What It Is podcast with him and Mace.
Yeah, that shit's good.
Their podcast is great, highly entertaining.
Hilarious.
And that's why I've always loved
Mace
Cam.
is hilarious.
They're both hilarious, bro. These are two, look, listen, let me tell you something about good rappers, y'all. Good rappers are like inherently funny. If you don't know, your favorite rapper is probably an undercover comedian. Like, these dudes is hilarious in real life, right? And I like that Cameron kind of lets that personality shine through. Let me tell you, you probably don't know this, but Cameron got a song called IBS. It's like Intolerable Bowel Syndrome. Like, it's literally about him just having bubble guts. It's a real song.
Ain't no way that's a song.
I swear to you, bro. I swear to you. But that's how Cameron was. Because Cameron was like gangster, but he wasn't so gangster where he couldn't poke fun at himself. You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
Like, even in serious situations where like he got shot in DC, drove off in a Lambo, like, he made it into a moment, and it was funny, but also that was gangster shit at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's suing J. Cole because J. Cole didn't do two things that Cameron asked for. One, he didn't give him a feature when Cameron cleared some samples and featured on some projects for him. And two, he did not show up on Cameron's podcast, right? Now, here's the thing.
Man, I'm not, listen, Jermaine Cole. Leave
Cole.
J. Cole out of
Leave
this
J.
shit,
Cole.
man. Leave J. Cole is on an island somewhere minding his business. Leave J. Cole out of this shit, man. Cameron, you good. Leave J. Cole out of this. That's my boy. That's one of my favorite rappers, man. Leave J. Cole out of this shit. Crazy, man.
My thing is, right, this is what I don't get about Cole.
Here you go.
I don't know if you're paying attention, but like for the last like year and a half, Cole was in album rollout mode. Cole was releasing like these, I don't want to call them secret podcasts, but they were like, he was doing podcasts in like capsules and like releasing them like episode by episode leading up into the, I think was that the 10-year anniversary of Forest Hill Drive last year? Yeah, 10-year anniversary. That's 2024. Great rollout. From the announcement of his previous album, not Might But Delete Later, that is, what is the one with the basketball hoop on fire in the background? Give me 1 second.
What?
For J. Cole. I apologize.
His first album?
No. This is his last major studio release was The Off Season.
Oh, right.
The Off Season.
That shit
Then
was good.
yeah, no, that was a great album, bro. J. Cole is a really, 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 really good rapper and a really, really, really good artist. So he was in rollout mode, like he was outside. I mean, he was doing interviews with Lil Yachty. He was like, he released the Might Delete Later mixtape / project, however we're calling them nowadays. My thing is though, is like not only did that project age bad, but he's gone completely ghost. I've never seen someone start a rollout and then it just like after everything that took place with Kendrick, everything immediately stopped. And I feel like he tried to kind of poke his head out, pause, and show up like he released the Port Antonio song. Hated that song. Like I don't know what he was thinking with that song. Not because it sounded bad, but when you break down what he was talking about, I was like, my nigga, what are you saying right now? Yeah. Nothing held water in those arguments, right? To now you're looking at Cameron seemingly looking like he was hunting this nigga down. Like he was asking him, like, yo, when are you gonna do this? He said, like, reports are saying that he's reached out to him repeatedly and Cole just kind of gave him the runaround, like, I'm not doing this right now, not available right now. But my thing is, bro, I don't know if this was like a verbal agreement. We don't know if it was a contractual agreement. We still don't know a whole lot about the case. I think I saw one rumor saying he was suing for $500,000.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
$500,000 for those guys is a little bit petty. Yeah, like I think Cole can like sell that nigga $500,000.
Easy. It'll be
like,
over.
I don't know if there's a
20
limit.
minutes.
20 minutes, bro. That's a quick run to the bank for those dudes. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know what it is that is making Cole so reclusive. If it's as much as Cole comes off as like a hermit to a degree, like he don't be paying attention, you know, he kind of has that little bit of
is though. Yeah, it's
but I feel like at the same time he's not, because I think part of him laying low is him seeing like the internet reaction, you know what I mean, to some of the moves that have been taking place over the last, 16 months now. It's about a year and a half.
You think so?
A little bit, only because, bro, I don't. We've been waiting for the fall off. Like Cole's announced the fall off. That had to been like 2023. That was, even with the whole joint with Drake with the what is that song called? Him and Drake. You the big three, like we entered the league. I'm having a bunch of brain farts here. Sorry, it's been a long day, long day, y'all. But if y'all know the song, I'll look it up, because I just hate feeling like we do our audience a disservice by not remembering the dang song.
It comes up all the time.
It's a dope song.
Yeah.
First person shooter.
There we go.
There we go. First person shooter. Like he all these things were leading up into what some were speculating to be like his last album, and he's built a lot of rhymes and bars around that, but I feel like for a rapper like J. Cole, he put himself in between a rock and a hard place, right? And J. Cole went from being the rapper to have no features to being the rapper to do a bunch of features, and really trying to, as much as he said that he destroyed the crown in one of his albums, and you know, it's all of us and da 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 da. I don't know if he's real with himself. Like bro, you want what everybody else wants, and it's okay to want to be the best, right? Like Bron ain't never shy away from it. Kobe ain't never shy away from it. Jordan ain't never shy away from it.
But he's more like a Durant.
That's what it's, that's really that's a great comparison.
He's like a Durant. He has all of the capabilities to be that, but I don't think it matters to him the same way it matters to some other rappers. I think he like goes in and out of being the artist and then being a person. So like at times he's like, okay, as an artist, I want this, I want to be this, I want to be known for this, and then the personal side kicks in, and it's like, do I really care? You know what I'm saying? And then you have that battle, and then when you're that big, you see those internal conflicts. Like everyone, if you're really paying attention, you can kind of like see it. Right. You know what I mean?
It makes sense, and that was my thing. It's like, bro, like just be honest with you. If we want something, go for it. But it's like, I feel like it felt like he kind of went like this, like, oh, am I gonna? Yeah. And then was like, you know what? Never mind.
And Cameron's standing on business right now. After I see how he handled that Adrian Broner situation.
Yeah, bro. You saw he cashed out Adrian Broner with was it the go yard down?
Took his time. He was like, let me go ahead and
pay you out, my nigga. You know, I appreciate your time.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
pay you for your time.
I'm gonna pay you for your time. But Adrian Broner is someone else we probably gonna talk about at another date on this podcast.
He's something different, boy.
Man, I'll never forget when we went to watch him fight Pacquiao. And I was embarrassed, man.
Yeah, but he was going in that day at that part. Like Cameron handled that perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Perfectly. Like yeah, you gotta go, boy. You gotta go.
Listen, man, like them Harlem niggas is smooth, bro. I don't know I'm gonna keep a close eye on this J. Cole and Cameron development, because we don't know. Do you think Cam can win this lawsuit? Or do you think this is one of those things where like the lawyers talk behind the scenes, or they pick up the phone and call each other and kind of just squash it like 500,000?
Yeah. Like, but see, that's what I'm saying. Cam is moving off of like on principle. Like
facts. Like
the money probably not even it. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I brought up the Broner thing. It's like, all right, yo, I warned you.
Yeah,
I warned you. Now on principle, like he already knew the type of person Broner was, and that's probably why they got him on there, because he gonna come with some bullshit. But it's like, all right, on principle, I said X, Y, and Z, or you said X, Y, and Z. We might have talked about it off camera. Like, you got to follow through. So I think that's where he's at with J. Cole, where it's like, look, bro, like, if you said this or we agreed to this, like, you got to kind of follow through. If not,
I believe in that, bro. Like, bro, like, being a man of your word is something that every man should aspire to be. You know what I mean? Sometimes you may not always execute the way you want to, but like you at least got to be in communication. Like, you know what, my bad. This one time I came up short, or this and the third. But like,
but when you get that big, bro, that's what I'm saying. You get to a point where nobody checking you no more. You can't be checked.
That might
you know
be.
What I'm saying? It's hard to who gonna call J. Cole and really be like, what you know what I'm saying? What you really gonna
JID, JID, man. Oh wait, no, I was gonna say what shorty left Dreamville that's been getting a lot of negative press because she don't like Martin and the jokes they make.
Don't like Martin?
Yeah. Oh my God, yo, see, we forgetting a lot of. No, seriously, bro.
Oh no. Whoever she is, I don't like her now.
Ari Lennox. This is like the fourth brain fart we don't forgot. Yeah. It's one of them days.
It's okay.
It's one of them days. But that's why we got Google, and that's why y'all. That's why we just quick solve. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, Ari Lennox. I know y'all left Gene. You can go holler at J. Cole and just tell him like, hey man, just pay him.
The personal shout out, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like he could have. Yeah, but she really she was tripping a few months ago. She said that the jokes that Martin told Pam were colorist and mean towards dark-skinned women. So, and I'm just like, I didn't get it. I'm like,
get that collective.
Yeah, no, it's aside, because Ari Lennox, like, we love you. You just got to stay off the internet. You just got you take a deep breath, because I'm like, in a show that roasted everybody, they don't call Cole all types of stupid.
Yeah,
Martin got called all types of short, broke. You know what I'm saying? You ain't this, you ain't that. They had light skin jokes for Gina, big head jokes about Gina.
Gina had a big ass head.
It's a comedy, shorty. Like that's what happens. You got to get roasted. And no, I can't remember a single like skin tone joke towards Pam.
No.
I never
I
heard
think
of.
is I think her angle, what she was trying to go for, the whole colorism thing. The lighter you are, the better, the darker you are. So like having Gina be the love interest while Pam, kind of go back and forth with Martin.
Yeah, but Pam went and got, what was it, Tommy? Pam and Tommy ended up dating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
they had
and
Tommy
Pam
didn't have
was
a job, and Pam was tough.
Like
that's what they don't want you to know. Pam was
they
tough.
talking about that shit.
Like Pam turned into the mom on Everybody Hates Chris and was still tough. You know what I'm saying?
Pam was tough.
Hey, you know what? We might have to make that topic, like some of the tougher 90s female co-hosts. It was some good joints in the night.
Yeah. That's a good conversation right there.
Losing recipes, man. Bring back some sitcoms, bro. Speaking of like the jokes, someone who I've seen get a lot of jokes for. I don't want to say young people because not every young person is this ignorant, right? Not every young person is this ignorant. But there was a there was a tweet that went out, and we don't know if Jay-Z said this. It just said the tweet said Jay-Z said. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't hear Jay-Z say nothing.
Yeah.
But before we even get into, I'm gonna introduce the topic. Jay-Z said that no one can beat him in the verses. Now I think that tweet was prompted because the No Limit versus Cash Money versus Return Back. Audience, if you don't know, Versus was a series that took place during the pandemic that Swizz Beatz and Timbaland came up with, where we're gonna take the best 20 songs from legendary artists and make them go head to head and see who can like outduel each other. But it was always in the spirit of competition, but friendly competition, and really just a celebration for great artists, great producers, great music. And we got some legendary moments where it'll be it was Buju versus Beanie Man, if I'm not mistaken. It was Gucci versus.
I knew you was gonna say that shit. I
Gucci
knew you was
versus
gonna
Jeezy.
say that shit.
But we got more. We had
Jeezy
DMX.
won.
DMX versus. Oh no.
Jeezy won.
Hell no. Listen, DMX versus.
Tell them, put it in the comments when you think one. Jeezy or Gucci, baby. Jeezy won.
But listen, we had T-Pain had one against somebody. I'm trying to remember who T-Pain went up against.
Whoever,
Did he go up
whoever
against
that was. I don't
No,
know
or maybe because it was weird. Like Versus during the pandemic was like on Instagram Live.
Yeah,
like they were just like doing the split screen on Instagram Live. A little bit further into the pandemic, as certain rules came to loosen up, they had some like that's how we got like Snoop Dogg and DMX, and you had some like in person ones. We had Rick Ross versus 2 Chainz, but not to give a whole backstory on Versus. Cash Money versus No Limit happened. Amazing verses, man. It almost felt like a celebration, and for me, what kind of resonated with me is having. I don't know if you had a chance to see the Katrina documentary that Ryan Coogler did this year. It came out just a few months ago. It's on Hulu. Y'all, everybody needs to go watch that Katrina documentary. It is extremely important. When Katrina happened, I was 14 years old.
Start that.
It's extremely important that everybody go watch that documentary.
I did start that.
But seeing the No Limit versus Cash Money versus felt like a celebration of New Orleans and all the culture that they brought to the music industry. I mean, when you talk about independence in music, you can damn near say Master P is like the founder, if not one of the founders, of independent music and actually blowing up. Mind you, no viral tweets, no TikToks. I'm talking about this
organic,
street dude from uptown, hand-to-handing CDs, and then, it became such a big movement that even after Snoop left Death Row, he landed on No Limit Records. Cash Money was not too far behind him. No Limit was a little bit before, maybe, it might be like a 3 or 4 year gap, if that, between the two, and when these two major crews out of New Orleans really started to blow up. But Cash Money came out, not just Wayne, but let me tell y'all, some of y'all young people don't know, before Wayne, it was Juvie. Juvenile sold a lot of records. It was the Hot Boys, it was Turk, it was BG, you know what I'm saying? It was Manny Fresh, one of the best producers of all time. Manny Fresh, and of course, Stunner, Birdman. Seeing those brothers up on stage, and if you've known a little bit of history about the tiff that those two crews had, it just felt like a coming together moment. So like literally going from like the Ryan Coogler documentary, seeing that moment on stage, even though Birdman went a little bit off the rail towards the end.
He's liable to do that any point in time, bro.
At any point in time, it was just it was a beautiful moment. So to get back to our main point with the Jay-Z tweet, with the tweet that said Jay-Z said that no one can see him in the verses, I'm like, I mean,
have we seen the tweet?
No, I've seen it too. I think it was Double XL that might have tweeted.
No, I'm saying from Jay-Z. We haven't seen nothing.
Yeah, we
from
haven't
Jay-Z.
seen nothing from Jay-Z.
Okay.
But somehow, someone put it out there that they said Jay-Z said.
Yeah.
And it has led to like a day and a half worth of people saying, "Oh, I've never heard this many Jay-Z songs." I'm like, "Are y'all born in like 2010?"
Yeah, that's exactly what. Yeah, that's what it is, bro.
I'm like, but it's two fronts, right? Let me tell you, young people, I'm looking at the camera again. It's not cool to be ignorant, all right? Stop thinking it's cool to not know something. Saying I don't know something is not a flex. Like, y'all call it the R word, right? If y'all grew up how we grew up, we would have called you the R word hard. That nigga I ain't gonna say it on the nope. But you know what I'm talking about. You know, in real life back in the day,
you can't say that
no more. But man, let me tell y'all, hey, they would have called you all types of slow. They would have told you get hip. Y'all just think, which I get it, because I feel like not knowing on the internet is a way to get attention, and then like y'all be happy that people agree with you. Y'all dummies too. Y'all on the same bus, and it ain't the long one.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So if y'all don't know why Jay-Z's heralded the way he's heralded, take the time, go back and watch some freestyles, go back and look at some album sales, go back and listen to the music, take your time to get educated. That's all I want to say to y'all. And two, it made me think like, I know why a lot of people hate Jay-Z, because he's like the poster boy for one, the Illuminati for a lot of people, and like Rock Nation. Like Tory Lanez fans, you say Jay-Z name, Rock Nation, free Tory Lanez. He didn't actually shoot that girl. I'm like, relax, my nigga. Jay-Z ain't one that told the nigga pick up the gun. Y'all like Jay-Z gave him the gun and told him to go shoot Meg. That's not. Some of y'all still to this day don't know what Tory was actually serving time for, and it's the discharge of a firearm that resulted in bodily harm. And once again, internet, I know y'all just born. 2 cities you don't want to have no gun charges in. No gun charges in. New York, LA. Yeah. Don't do it. Them gun laws is way stricter. Some of y'all might be used to living in Florida. It's a little bit crazy right now. Open carry and all that.
You can do whatever.
Texas, you can do whatever. Yeah. You know, the whole, basically most of the South, you can do whatever, you know, but you go to LA, California, or New York, don't do that. There's a name called Plaxico Burress. Go look at that name. Go look at that name. Go look at what he had to go through for having the gun. Lost it all. Plaxico Burress was damn near T.O.
Yeah, he was good.
Damn near T.O.
He was good. Lost it all.
Lost it all. Get hip, right?
Yep.
Between the Tory fans and then some of the Drake fans who blame Rock Nation for putting Kendrick on the Super Bowl.
Here we go again.
I just feel like there's so much unwanted.
How is it get back to Kendrick somehow, bro?
That's
a skill you have that has to be studied, bro. It has to be studied.
It's not because it's not really about Kendrick, but
you just sprinkle it in there.
Bro, that's a hate. Oh, and Nicki Minaj fans. I don't know what beef Nicki Minaj got with Jay-Z. Nicki Minaj swear that Jay-Z is Satan himself.
Nicki Minaj got beef with Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj got a beef with everybody.
Yeah,
and Nicki Minaj got a beef with sobriety or something. Yeah. Like something.
And who did that
something's
work on her?
Off. Man.
She beef with them too.
She got you want to talk about shots? You taking shots
I
at
had to get one in. I used to be a big fan. Now I'm like, what you got going on?
Listen.
Oh,
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know what happened to Nicki. You know, and she got songs with, she got a feature with Jay-Z. I don't think she got much songs with Jay-Z. The Monster track with Kanye's doing. But, you know, my thing is, that hate for Jay-Z I've always felt was so unwarranted. And, like, with us being from the South, like, mind you, I went to school with niggas whose favorite rappers was, like, BG, Wayne, and, like, T.I. and Boosie.
T.I. was
and, like, I'll never forget, like, niggas used to be like, why you listening to that New York shit? I'm like, damn, bro, like, I like all the down south stuff too. Like I'm a Jeezy fan too, but I can't like Hove. Like, what's up with that? I don't understand the hate, the unwarranted hate that Jay-Z has been getting.
One, we ain't gonna. That's a deeper issue for one. We ain't gonna stick together on much.
Nah.
Like instead of bigging up different coasts and people who doing the same thing that look like you, we gonna they ain't as good as this, they ain't as good as that. I think with the Jay-Z thing, bro, if it's anybody who earned the cachet to say, even if he didn't say it, if he did say it, he earned the cachet to say that. I think you don't become great at anything if you don't believe you the best. That's just number one.
That's a fact.
So if you ask anybody, rappers that you might think are horrible, they think, hey, you know what? Can't nobody touch me. I'm the best at what I do, and that's what it is. That's the mentality you got to have if you're in entertainment, period. Like, you got to think you're great. You got to think you're amazing. But he also got the cachet to say that. You know what I'm saying? This is not like Fetty Wap came out and said that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, you know what I mean? Like, this is Jay-Z. You know what I mean? So it's like, if he feel like that, let him feel like that. But the problem is who dominates social media right now.
Bunch of jits.
It's kids. You know what I'm saying? And they the ones who run the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember that thing with the NBA where they was like, if you're born in after 2000, you're uncle. I'm like, what?
Bro.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You could be 25, 26 years old right now. But that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So when you talking to people who that's their crowd, and TikTok is their thesaurus and their dictionary, and
that's the problem.
You know what I mean? Like,
and not to mention the education system is failing them. You see who we got in office is trying to ruin it. just trying to mass produce dumbasses.
Listen.
Nation full of dummies. They're gonna be kids thinking like, no, you can run for a third term.
Yeah. You know what? You can.
You know what? No. Now that I think about it,
fake news is a real term.
Fake news is a real term.
Yeah.
Hey, now that I think about it, the Constitution is outdated. What unks wrote that? You know, it's a bunch of unks wrote the Constitution. There's a bunch of unks wrote the Constitution. And wait, they have slaves, but wait, they may leave out the slave.
Yeah. Crazy, man. It's crazy.
It's a different environment that we living in. And I know they say like ignorance is bliss, bro. But like at some point the bliss gotta stop. Someone gotta have a hard hitting reality.
But that's the thing though, like that's another deeper conversation. But like, you know, like modern day, we've eradicated shame for anything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, remember not knowing something, somebody gonna make fun of you. You know what I'm saying? Or if you doing something that's a little off, somebody gonna be, you know what I mean? Like, yo,
you think these kids still got popcorn reading?
Yo, popcorn usually had niggas stressed. Hey, I was one of them kids who used to pre-read my paragraphs, start counting like, okay, I'm 6. Okay, this is my line. Then the teacher let the one in front of me read 4 lines. I got a brand new line I didn't rehearse. I'm like, Lord.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I swear to God, bro.
Stress,
like
man.
Bro. Because I'm really introverted in real life. And I'll never forget, like, usually when I popcorn, I was like, cool. I just kind of took my mind. Today, I had like a nervous breakdown. I was like, hey, Steph can't read.
Yeah, that's crazy. You said 8th grade. That shit had me through in 8th grade, bro.
Oh, my God, bro.
I left North Miami because I was at JFK. Mm-hmm. Shout out to JFK. And the education system in Dade is so much different. Like, the kids don't even care about school. It's only the teachers. So it's what you got on, what you know what I'm saying? If you ain't got the Dickies set or the
right.
That's what they care about.
That's it.
I leave there, come to Broward, man, and they didn't care nothing about what Jordans I had on. It was
it's a whole nother environment.
Man, I had this teacher every time we go. I forgot what her name was, but I know she was Filipino. And she used to, every time I go up in there, she realized, like, you know what, I'm going to pick on you. You're going to read today. And give me about 4 or 5 paragraphs just waiting for you to mess up. As soon as you say one word wrong,
man,
you hear that, boy?
Man. Yes. So I'm talking about, bro, you know what got me bad? I didn't have really like a bad incident like that. It was, I don't know who designed it. Like, you know how like when you get to high school, the lunch periods is kind of funky. So like you might have class for like 30 minutes and go to lunch and come back. Yeah. I'll never forget. I had English junior year, boy. I came back from lunch tired in a mug, bro. It's like second half of the day. I'm in class like, doing the bob. I'm trying to stay up, right?
Belly full.
What? What? I had guap that day. I think I had an extra 5 on me, man. I might have gotten 2 slices of pizzas.
Good poison in your
good
belly.
Good poison, man. They gave you know, the Tropicana, not the good one that you get at the mall, but the one that tastes like medicine. Had one of those, bro. I was chilling. Homies is playing cards on the table. I get back, man. I'm dozing off. My teacher called me. I said, well, I don't even know where I'm at. Like, why? Like, I think he just seen me, like he wanted to mess with me, so he seen me just kind of fighting to sleep. He was like, Steph, I was like, boy, I can't tell you what day it is. You calling me to say what paragraph we on? What is this, like Catching the Ride? What we reading? I had no clue, bro. No clue. But we gonna hold it down for Hov, man. Listen, y'all. I might post a link to my young Hov playlist. So if there's any youngins out there that want to get hip to why Jay-Z is the way he is, the only other hip hop artist that I feel like could do a versus against Hov is just not with us. It's Pac. I think Pac would beat Hov in a versus. That's the only other person I could say outside of that got the catalog to really go head to head with a Jay-Z. Because that's my 1 and 2. I got Pac 1. I got Jay-Z as a very, very close 2. I'm not mad if someone were to say Jay-Z over Pac because he's lived longer and has been able to accomplish certain things. But that would be my
that high school Lil Wayne run though, man. I know he on the, he not them, but he's in my top 5. Oof. He's in my top 5, and I would No Ceilings, Carter 2,
bro. Dedication 1, 2, 3. You know, the Drought series.
Then all the features.
All the features. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I can go on a whole tangent about what Wayne did from 2004
he would
to
have a
2011.
Verses, though. Like he would have a crazy, because he didn't age well neither. Since we on the topic of it, he just didn't age well at all. He aging horribly. But he had that run, one of them magical runs, and it was for about damn near a decade if you really think about it. Like a solid decade.
Yeah, but what's that, like 7 years, 2004 to 2011? And really, if you want to extend it to the Cash Money joint, like Bling Bling was a hit because of him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like I need a project. I need a hood rat. Well, who don't get hey. Wayne got Wayne got 20 years.
He got a crazy versus.
Like
man.
If you want to put Wayne from when he was 13, just running around. You talking about 500 Degrees Wayne? Like
then he got some of the shit where Drake just got on when they was 1 and 2 Batman and Robin type shit for a little minute.
That was in that around 08, 09 when they started kicking off. Like when they once again, one of my favorite Drake and Wayne joints was Ignorant Shit. And that's a flip off what Jay did with Beans off his album. So, you know, y'all do your research, man. Like we gotta make it cool for the kids to get hip. And like when I was growing up, I'm so passionate about music. Me and my cousin AJ used to have this game where like we try to put each other on new music. Now it could be new music, or it can be new to us old music.
Right.
And that's even how I discovered a lot of like old soul records. That's how I discovered like the OJs. That's how I discovered like the Isley Brothers. Like, you know, we got Caribbean backgrounds. Our parents aren't even from here. Like I ain't grew up in a house with my mom playing the Isley Brothers or Luther Vandross. Like that came from me and my cousin having such a deep connection with music and like really loving soul samples and just wanting to Google and find samples and stuff like that. That's even how, like for us, like, you know, that's how we even found like artists like the Wu-Tang Clan. Like that was all before our time. So it's cool to do research and discover like what was happening before you, because that's what history is. If you don't understand where things were, you'll never understand how to go forward.
Right.
It's even how people make money. Hey, let me tell y'all something about history, right? If y'all, you know, we were talking about gambling earlier. If y'all really want to have like a little bit of like financial advice, this is how people make money in the stock market, right? They look at past price action to predict future price action.
Yep.
So that is a very basic thing. Like that's how important history is. It even can make you money in certain industries.
For sure.
Right?
Yep.
Man, it was a pretty interesting sports week. That was like all our music topics. I just want to shout out our Dolphins. Again, 2 wins on the season.
Just had my money for me.
We got a little bet.
We were talking about gambling, so go ahead and have that money.
Yeah, we had audience. Listen, man, we have a little bet.
Friendly wager.
Before football season started, my thinking, right, my dome was thinking like, okay, the Dolphins were a good team last year that was hurt, and I think we won 8 games, right? My thinking going into this season was, okay, well, if we're a good team that's healthy this year, I think you can count us for 2 more games. I thought we can win 10. I didn't think that was crazy.
How much I got right now?
Every win streak starts with 1 win. Look at me. Every win streak starts with 1 win, all right? Now, at the time of this recording,
they're playing right now.
Down here in Miami. The Broward Ravens. Against the Miami Dolphins.
The Broward Ravens.
Versus Miami Dolphins. They ain't got that much wins neither. I mean, Lamar's been hurt. Lamar's been hurt. But,
it's 14-3. Broward Ravens over the Dolphins.
What he's trying to do, he's trying to end this broadcast early We ain't ended this broadcast early.
No. Because I ain't get to say it. Go Birds, dickheads.
This is a diehard Eagles fan, man.
Yes, sir.
I rock with Philly. You know, their fans.
Shout
are
out Jalen Hurts. Shout out Saquon Barkley. Shout out Smitty. Shout out AJ Brown while he's still here. Just chill out a little bit, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
You give Gilly a shout out? Yeah, Gilly.
Like Gilly, my guy now, bro. Gilly's hilarious. He's
hilarious, but
I wanted to get that
far.
hat, that big old hat he be wearing.
You can't walk around that hat.
I
dog.
can't. No, not
you
for
can't. You can't walk around.
Nah,
that
you
hat,
can't.
bro.
You can't.
That's a hat. That's a hat you wear when you have an incident like Jaylen Brown with the smudge coming off on someone's jersey.
Oh my gosh, bro.
That's what you wear that hat for.
Yeah, he.
Listen,
just let it go, man.
Listen, man. There's nothing wrong with just letting it go. If you go on Instagram, you like the right post for a week straight, you will get nothing but hair growth oils. What's the one that gets? It's a oil, bro.
Wild Grow.
That one. But there's another one. It's not a coconut oil, bro. Dang. I'm forgetting the name, but listen, man, y'all, you like one hair growth post, you like the other one, and like it just seemed like it happened fast. I felt like 2 years ago he had braids, even though you can see the braids.
Them braids was parting like the Red Sea, boy. It was a lot of space between. There was double space braids.
Listen, man, it'll happen to all of us, bro. You gotta enjoy.
Don't put that on me, bro. Hush. Man, don't put that on.
Cross our fingers. Cross our fingers. Hopefully we can keep what hair we have. You know what I'm saying? It do. You know what? Men, we don't get grace, right? We don't get grace when like we start to age, our bodies change, our hair go away. You know how much times you got to open the internet and see like, I don't know why we got to deal with men and their receding hairlines. I'm like, y'all, you hit niggas with low, bro. Y'all hit niggas. They hit niggas where it hurt. They moved off the size conversation and started attacking what they got to look at in the mirror every day.
Yeah.
Niggas' hairlines receding, got to start growing beards.
That's the kryptonite when you go bald. You got to grow that beard. You got to grow that beard.
You got to grow that beard. You got to have hair somewhere. You don't want to just be cold.
Damn, you niggas say cold. We in South Florida, baby.
hey, man, you be inside. We live in South Florida. A lot of people's ACs be on 69, 70.
Yeah.
72. If you want to grow up in a real Jamaican household, it might be 77.
85. Shit, Katrina's goddamn hot.
Yo, go out and open the window. that electric bill don't want to be too high.
Yeah.
But... yeah, I mean, at the time, you know, you call out the score. It's 14-3, but
it's another loss, brother. Another loss.
How do you feel about the Heat and their hot start? Do you feel like it's real? Do you feel like they can sustain this high scoring?
I mean, it's a long season, bro.
It's a very very long
and
NBA
I think
season.
Like kind of what you said, we was talking about social media and stuff like that. It's like we're heavy on reactions, so you don't wait. You know what I mean? Like, you can win a game today, and, like, everyone's like, you're the greatest, you're that, and you lose tomorrow, and they're like, oh, you guys are trash, you're this, whatever. Like, I think Miami Heat, the biggest issue with them is just finding a direction, bro. Like, they've had a mix of young and old players for forever. They have never really had a real rebuilding phase. They just retool. And when you do that and you're not competitive or you're not making deep playoff runs, retooling ain't the option.
Middle of the pack.
Yeah, so you're not getting that draft pick, you know what I mean? But you're also not, that close to a championship. So if you're like the San Antonio Spurs did or really just the Spurs are really good at it. They would just find ways to
I'd be wondering, like, they there's something going on in San Antonio. I don't know if there's a Native American tribe doing the rain dance. I don't know if there's some juju type stuff going on, but somehow they seem to have the stars align where they just get a generational talent.
Listen,
right in their lap.
I just said about the overreaction shit. I'm about to overreact. If Wembanyama stays healthy, Wembanyama will go down as the top 5 player of all time.
It might not even be top 5. It might be one.
All time. If he can play 12 seasons, he'll be better than Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, Kareem, everybody.
There's nothing like this. It's like for us growing up, bro, when we seen Kevin Durant in high school and in college, we were like, this nigga's 6'11"?
Yeah.
Doing that?
Yeah.
We didn't think there was nothing. It's like God said, hold my cup.
Yeah.
God said, hold my cup.
Hold this lemon tea,
7'5".
man.
7'5".
Handle.
Bro, he did like opening night. He did like a reverse, like windmill.
Yeah.
I said,
Jordan did that in a dunk contest, like, and took his time. He's doing it in half-court offense.
Bro, I mean, Jiggy made fun of me in first array because, like, I never said Wemby was going to be a bust, but, like,
you said that?
No. That's what Jiggy had to try to paint it as. I ain't forgive you for that, Jiggy. I didn't say he was going to be bust.
See, Jiggy got to be here to speak for himself. I need to hear his side. Man.
It's on the last episode. Listen. I was like, that was a private conversation you brought to the airwaves because I wasn't trying to say Wemby was going to be a bust. I said I was a little bit skeptical because we've seen like a Bol, even his dad, like we've seen super tall players enter the NBA and they have that same frail, they get beat up on the inside or their dexterity isn't that great. They can't run up and down the court. It's a fast-paced game. He's an outlier.
He's built different, bro.
Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, when you're that tall, you're not supposed to be able to keep up.
The body not supposed to be that tall.
It's not.
And if it is, you're supposed to be taking your sweet time getting everywhere you're going, not running up and down nobody's court.
He's quick.
He got handle.
And
change of
touch.
direction. Like, yeah, he's shooting and 1 threes. Yeah, no. Then he's block. He's defensive player of the year for sure this year.
Yeah,
if he doesn't win it, like it's a vendetta.
Yeah,
Like I thought he should have won it last year, but he was a rookie, so it was like
I think he got hurt too much last year. He left the he had what it was a
he didn't get. I think he qualified though. He qualified to get defensive player of the year.
I know,
he just didn't win it.
I know he was gone for like the last maybe 20 or 30 games.
Yeah. He was out for a bit, but
I think
his presence defensively was crazy, bro.
There's bro. You're talking about, mind you, like we've had experience trying to get a shot off on someone 6'8", 6'9", 7 feet. It alters your shot. Wemby looked like he blocks the sky.
Yeah, no.
Wemby looks like the Iron Giant. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a whole different
and I saw something
atmosphere.
about his frame too. Like, remember when Giannis came in the league, he was real skinny. Mm-hmm. And it was like, what if? You know? Like, what if?
But he put on muscle, bro.
He did. And that's why he had the body.
Yeah.
2-hand dunk. I'm like, oh.
It's insane, bro. Listen.
And they're undefeated.
You know what I like about Wemby? He kind of like me in a way where like he thinks a little bit different. He went and got the piece from the Monks and the nigga tree from Kevin Garnett. It's a dangerous combination. Yeah. Think about that. You hang around Monks and Kevin Garnett, they're two polar opposite people.
Facts.
It's not, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to fuse some things together and you put a gym shake in there? Tough. He may be the one, not the two. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a lot, man. But listen, y'all, we enjoyed bringing this broadcast. Is there anything you want to say to the people as we begin to wrap up this episode, bro?
I mean, just kind of like what we touched on from earlier, man. Just be intentional with your life, being intentional with things that you're imparting to the future generation, and just trying to make knowledge cool again, make learning things cool again, make just trying to be a decent person cool again, and be grounded as possible. You know what I mean? Like, we live in a world right now where everything's superficial. It's about what you have and what you look like, and it's not really much about who you are as a person and how you treat people. So just try to be as grounded as possible and find people that can help keep you grounded. And it's not always going to be easy to hear, but it's very important to have at least 1 or 2 people in your corner that can kind of keep you grounded and keep you sane. So
listen, he tries to pop my bubble every time I get a little bit of optimism about the Dolphins. So.
that shit. That's delusion.
He tries to pop my bubble every time I get a little bit of optimism.
I'm trying to keep you grounded,
listen,
man.
But I echo those sentiments. It's true, y'all. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to learn from somebody who might have been through it, because not everything in life is the same, but we all walk similar paths, and we might know of a pothole that you don't see coming, and we just want you to avoid that pothole. Don't be afraid to be passionate about something. Don't be so laxed. And I'll just say this: like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate y'all who tuned in, who stayed to the end of the video, bro. I appreciate you for filling in.
Yes,
Jiggy will be back next week. We missed him this pod. As we grow, we want to be able to add a guest or two. We're gonna get like a guest couch. We have a guest camera and a guest microphone so that we can have like some more conversations. We're going to continue to try to figure out ways to be creative, find out a way to be engaging with y'all, the audience. So, you guys talk to us. Let us know if there's topics that we might have missed out on for the week, or if there's things you want to see us touch on. That's what we're here to do. So with that being said, we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.